10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Be still and know. Be still and know all things are working for your good. Them that make the secret place home awaken to true identity. It's understood. Purpose, responsibility, sufficiency, community, unity, one love, walking into destiny. Every light shining brightly, manifesting, co-creating, well aware and purposely. Be still and know. That's right. Thank y'all for tuning in today.
Welcome. Happy Saturday. Welcome.
To Poetic Levitation Live.
Levitation. That's right.
That's right. Hey, happy Saturday if you're tuning in live. Welcome back. I am Lakeisha, Poet Prima Donna Lampkin. This is my beautiful, excellent, awesome co-host.
That's right.
Teresa, African Queen Barnett.
Everybody. Welcome. Happy Saturday. Yes. It's a beautiful Saturday. Thank you for joining us, and we're truly blessed to have you guys tune in, tap in, and turn on.
That's
to
right.
Some magic.
That's
to some inspiration.
That's right.
To some great vibration. To some great energy. And hopefully some great learnings. Because that's what we're here for. Welcome, you guys.
Welcome.
Hey, my beautiful host. Hey.
Thank you. Hey.
We've been through so many transformations. We're just so glad and happy to be here to share that with you guys today. And just be in awareness of the being still, like she said.
Be still.
Be still.
And know.
And know. That's right. Make sure you know.
You know, that just brought to mind a picture, like one of those inspirational things I shared on Facebook. It was actually a picture of, you know, how you see the water and there's like a, you know, one pebble or something, and you see the ripples going out, and it's like perfectly concentric circles.
Like you want to be there in that scene.
Yeah. And so on that picture, it said, I wish I could think of the exact wording. And I will. Let's see.
All right, unconscious mind, bring it up front.
Bring it to my remembrance.
It will come. It will come.
But basically, it talked about how, you know, how when the water is disturbed, you know, you can't see through, like you know, mirror. But when it's still,
You can see
You can see clearly.
clearly. You can
Clarity.
reflect. You can actually see yourself.
You can see your reflection, and you have clarity. Oh, great insight! Wow. But yeah,
Yes.
that's what the poster basically said in a nutshell, and just how your mind is like water.
Pure,
How your mind is like water, and
free,
in order to get clarity, that's what we need to do: be still
and know.
and know.
And know. You must know that you are free, clear, and pure, just like water. There's purified water. There's spring water. I
Hey,
mean,
hey.
there's alkaline water. I mean, which water are you? Choose one.
Ah, and you know what? That's a great segue. Since we're
Hey.
speaking of water,
I'm just saying, it's about learning today. We're here to teach.
since we're speaking of learning, I want to tell you a little story about something that happened one day. It was like kind of a different kind of a magical experience for me. Uh, so I'll try to keep it concise. So basically, this was during a time, I think this had to be like, what, 2009. I was unemployed. I had newly unemployed. Was I newly employed? I know during this time period, I don't know where within it, but I know I was unemployed about a year and a half, maybe closer to 2 years. And at the end of that period, I didn't have a car either.
Right,
My transmission went out in my car. I was, yeah, it
It
was,
was going through the journey.
it was part of my journey, my valley, whatever you want to call it. And at the time, wow, I heard that ding,
Yes, it's like
confirmation in the background, right?
Yes,
So,
wow. And my eye just twitched, so that's a little
Right.
confirmation. Wow.
so at the time, I just had the two boys, and I think they were maybe 12 and like 12 and 3, or somewhere around in there, plus or minus 3 years. Anyway, so I'm unemployed, carless. But I was getting unemployment, and I was working an MLM, multi-level marketing, and I was getting unemployment. So I was supplementing my income or whatever.
Floating, yes.
Yeah. And so I had my usual routine, what I would do in the morning after I saw the kids off to school. That would be my quiet time, my time to think, meditate, pray, whatever, right? And then sometimes I would walk down to the library. It was about a mile walk. So I would walk down to the library.
Good time to think.
And, more time to think. And then I would go and, spend most of the day, or at least half the day, in the library, just sending out resumes and doing research and all that good stuff. And so this particular day, I decided not to do that. I think I had a headache. That's what it was. I think I had it. So I had this headache, and I was like, I'm just going to chill out today. I don't know if it's my blood pressure or what. And so I think I took something for the headache, and I just chilled out, relaxed. And so I was sitting down. That's what it was. I was sitting down, and all of a sudden I had this weird dizzy spell, like, wash over me, like, woo. And I was like, what is this? So I was like, do I need to go to the doctor? Is it my blood pressure? So I took my blood pressure, and it was a little elevated. It wasn't in the danger zone, but it was a little elevated. So I was like, I'm just going to go to the doctor and check it out. So that was a journey in and of itself. It was freezing cold. All right, so waited on the bus stop. Right, didn't have my car. So I waited on the bus stop, and the bus stop had to take me to the bus turnaround, or what do you call those? The transit center, where you get another bus. Right. So got to the transit center, so I'm waiting there, and they've got schedules posted up, so I'm checking the schedule, and I'm freezing. This is one of the coldest days. And so I checked the bus schedule, and another bus is not due for an hour. And I'm like, I'm like, I'm not about to just bring it down a little bit. I'm like, I'm not about to stand out here and freeze for an hour. You know, I had my coat.
Bless your heart, Lord.
You know, I was dressed good, but it's like it was one of those days where the wind was just like biting cold. Like, wind was kicking up in high gear. Like,
God. Blessed.
Freezing cold, like desolate. Like, nobody else is really out there with me. Just like, ugh.
I can imagine.
And wondering what's going on with my head and my blood pressure and just having this feeling like there's something underneath the surface going on, but I can't
put your hand
I cannot pinpoint it.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm out there in the cold. Icy cold, right? So I see these taxi cabs lined up. I'm like, oh yeah, that's my option right there. Let me hop one of these cabs. And so it's like one of them was already kind of coming towards me. Like hey, right. He was already tuned in. Like, you need a cab? I was like, yes. And so it's like we were already vibing, whatever. So I got in the cab. And we just started small talking. I was telling him, you know, I'm going to check on my blood pressure. He was just like really, you know, kind of into him. Like, yeah, you need to make sure you check in on yourself. And that's good. You're taking care of yourself and da-da-da. And, you know, just good conversation on the way there. And great energy, yes. And so got there and he was like, well, here's my card. You know, if you need a ride back, you know, just give me a call or, you know, I'll be, you know, around. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Perfect. So he dropped me off. He's like, I'm going to wait a few minutes to make sure you get inside okay and they're able to see you. I was like,
only God.
I really appreciated that. Yeah. So I get out the cab, pay him, get out the cab. And when I get to the doors of the clinic, right as I'm about to open the door, I get this feeling.
Scared.
And I'll tell you what this feeling meant to me, okay? Whenever I get this very specific feeling, to me, it means that the presence of God is near.
Exactly.
And so I got this feeling right as I like put my hand on the door to open it, and I'm like, ooh, what's about to happen? So, right. So then I get in the doctor's office and I sign in and I tell them what I'm there for. And they're like, yeah, well, just sign in. We'll call you. And so I'm like, I really had to go use the facilities. So I asked them, is it okay if I come back now so I can use the, facilities? And they're like, yeah, come on, we'll buzz you in. So they buzzed me in, and as I'm going past, I'm recognizing, like, out of my peripheral vision, a lady that I recognized from church. And another lady there, older lady, and I can tell she was, like, kind of speaking some things over her. And in the back of my mind, I was like, ooh, I was
Presence there.
Yeah, so that must be the presence, yeah, that I felt. So then there's more, right? So I go back to, I use the restroom, and while I'm in the restroom, I hear, what did I hear? I heard, let not your good be evil spoken of. And immediately when I heard that, in my mind, I was like, who is that for? That's not for me. And I was like, And so I washed my hands and finished, using facilities, washed my hands, and went on back out into the waiting room. And I'm sitting out there. I say hi, because the lady from church, she recognized me and say hi. And they continue their conversation, and I'm kind of, ear hustling.
That we all do.
Because I love that sort of thing.
We all do it.
And, I just automatically pipe up anything concerning anything spiritual or God or angels or.
Exactly.
So, so I'm sitting there calmly waiting, but in the inside I'm kind of crunk because I'm like,
listening.
right.
Yes.
Right. So, so they're talking, and I think she goes back. I think her name is Zachy, the lady from church. So she goes back and sees the doctor, and then it's like just me and the older lady or whatever. She looks at
You
me,
got
and
your turn now.
yeah. So she looks at me and she smiles, right? And she said, "Uh-huh." She said, "I'm gonna call you Double Dipper."
Ah.
I said, "What?" She said, "Yeah, 'cause your mother and your grandmother prayed for you, honey." I said, "This lady don't know me from Eve." What? So she went on and told me more. She told me things from my life that nobody could know, from like 6 years old. And
Oracle there.
yes, very much so. So she told me lots of things, lots of encouraging things. She told me about a lot of my gifts. She told me some things that have come to pass. She told me a lot of things, but the thing that I want to talk about today, which was probably the last thing that she said to me before she left, and she said she said, "I call you Double Dipper, but he calls you Fountain Overflowing."
That's right.
And she pointed up to God. She
right.
said, "The Father calls you a fountain overflowing."
That's right.
And that has stuck with me
That's right.
for the longest, and just it did something to me when I heard her say that. And so around that time,
Overflow. I like that.
a fountain overflowing.
Yes,
And
I like
so
that. That is awesome.
thank you. Are you still in?
I think so. I'm on.
Okay, good deal.
It sounds like
I know.
it's fading, I think.
Yeah. So I went and Googled it. I don't know how long after. I was just playing around like fountain overflowing, like, Lord, what does that mean? What do you mean by that?
Message.
And so I just started Googling it, right? And I ran across this article that really resonated with me deeply, very, very deeply. And I feel like it's very inspirational, very encouraging for not just me. I think it can be, very inspirational for other people. So I wanted to share what I found.
Please do. Yes.
And this,
Learning people.
yes. So this is actually called Fountain. Oh, I think my
You might.
my mic is cutting in and out. We're in now though. Let's see. So this is Fountain Overflowing, written by or through, if you will, Carrie Hart and Cueto. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Blessings to you, Carrie Hart and Plato.
Yes. So it says, "You are a fountain overflowing, overflowing with love, with heart, overflowing with talent, overflowing with vision.
Vision.
You have within you all that is needed, not only to live a life that is fulfilling and joyful, but a life full to overflowing with meaning and purpose.
That's right.
A life that changes life for others. A life so full of bountiful, unending wisdom, love, and wonder
Very true.
that it overflows, reaches out, and touches the world.
Very true.
See yourself now,
Now.
this fountain, tapping into the great source of love from deep inside, the unending source of beauty, light, and beingness,
Beingness.
of presence and wonder. See yourself reaching into this deep and endless well, pulling it up and into yourself so that you are completely full. Completely full with a joy that makes you laugh out loud simply because you are alive. And then let it overflow. Overflow because it is simply too much to contain. This unending flow of joy and love.
Power.
And then smile,
Mm.
the smile, and the laughter
Yes.
and tenderness,
Yes.
the gentle peace,
Peace.
the shining joy.
Joy.
This all overflows and reaches out and out so that people begin to feel it
Feel it.
flowing around their feet.
Mm.
Just a few inches of joy. It laps around their toes, then rises up to their ankles, and then this little bit of joy that you have let loose upon the world begins to clear new pathways. And people begin to turn their steps toward love and joy. And then to splash and play. Then to run and dance. And as they dance, and the joy fills them, and they find their own way to the endless deep well within themselves. They feel completely fuller and fuller until they are too overflowing, their laughter ringing out, their dance steps higher and higher in the ever rising, unending, unbounded waters of joy, laughter, and love. And it all begins now.
Across all time, dimension, space, and reality.
And it all begins now, right here with you, as you set aside your worries and fears, your regrets and so-called problems. As you look up into the sky and see and know the vastness of it all. As you then look deep down into the heart of peace that surely lies within you, and sense there the unending well of truth, love, and peace. And then, as you begin to pull from that well and let it fill you with joy, joy unbounded and unreasoning, joy that relies only upon this inner source, joy that is because it is, as you are because you are. This is how it begins. The transformation of the entire world. It begins with you.
Right about now.
Hey, tell me what y'all thought about that.
I freaking loved it. I resonated with it. I felt like I was right there flowing, overflowing. The water was just here. I felt one with it. Yes, I felt cleansed and purified because water is cleansing and purifying at the same time. So she drinking water right there. She's
Excuse
cleansing.
me, y'all.
Yes, cleanse, refreshing. Yes, and we are also, percentage full of water, and we also need that in our life. Lots of it. Purify yourself. Cleanse yourself with H2O.
Purify.
That's right.
And cleanse. And hydrate. Hey.
So you guys want to talk to us, make sure we are here live. Also, you can contact us here. The number is 470-412-0917. So you guys can call in. And again, welcome. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
What a beautiful, beautiful fountain overflowing. That was beautiful. And then also be still and know. What a great intro to be aware of the right now. And that's basically talking about self, and that's self-awareness, what she just basically self. You have to be aware of self right now. You have to know. And, and you have to know that you are worthy to be able to overflow and know that you are full of fountain. Yes.
Be
aware.
Be still. Know.
Welcome. She has on this beautiful shirt, you guys. I just love it. It's like, oh my God. It has all these characters from the show. Oh my
Mary,
God.
Sandra,
Lord,
Miss Rose, and Miss Pearl.
And got the matching mask to go with it. Oh, and I used to love that show. It was so funny.
Yes,
oh my gosh.
Hey, I got this.
Freaking funny.
I got this from Pretty Little Things.
Pretty Little Things
on Facebook.
Shout out.
Well, she does these awesome T-shirts.
Can I get one? Pretty Little Things. Can I get one? You know, shout out. We shouting you out. It's okay. Can I get one?
So check out my mask.
Check out the mask, you guys. That's really
That's
pretty.
the shirt. You know, y'all remember 227?
227. You
We
guys
got
check her out.
Miss Mary, she's savage.
She's savage. We got classy.
And we got Sandra, she bougie.
She bougie.
She bougie. And then we got Miss.
What's her name?
I just said it. I can't forget that fast.
That's not Rose. Rose is the day I went.
No, this is Rose.
That is Rose?
Yeah, this is Rose.
Okay.
And that's Pearl.
Okay.
That's Pearl. So Rose is classy. Okay. And Miss Pearl is ratchet.
Girl, she sure cussed you out real quick too.
Savage.
Yes. Savage.
Class.
Yeah,
classy,
ratchet.
bougie, ratchet. Yeah, I thought that was cute.
I thought
that was
super
cute.
cute.
So I
You
said
did a
I'm going
good
to sport
job.
this today.
Yeah. Shout out to them. You know, you guys check them out. If you guys go on to their website.
On Facebook, it's
Facebook.
Pretty Little Things.
Pretty Little Things. Shout it out.
Yes.
And then welcome us to one. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
so today, and we haven't even mentioned the topic of the
No,
show
we
today.
just, you know, we on the roll right now.
Just
Just
flowing.
learning. Flowing.
Just flowing. But the topic of the show today is dissolving regrets.
Yes.
Dissolving regret. And you
That's
can.
right. That's right.
And you can.
That's right.
And so that's what we're talking about today. So what is regret? Let's start with that. What is regret? So I wrote some ideas down. I said, my personal
Agreed.
definition, I said it's pain from something that did or didn't happen for
Absolutely.
you in the past.
Absolutely.
And so I
Something you
actually-
wanted to do that you did not do, or something you wanted to accomplish that you know you had an option to do it and you never did. So you know now you are dwelling on the fact that you wish that you could have done it and you did not do it or whatnot. So now you're in regret mode, like, oh my God, what if I did do that? What would have happened? Or what would not have happened?
Right.
Or whatnot. So you it's so many determination or definition of regrets for
And-
different people.
and-
So you know it can
and it can come
vary.
from so many different things because you know sometimes we regret the loss of a loved one. You know,
something you just said to them.
that's one of the deepest hurts or pains. Some would say that you can experience, and that's something that we can regret. Sometimes we might not have been on the best of terms with the person before they passed, or any number of things.
I regret opportunities because opportunities
Missed
come,
opportunities,
You know, those are really good
or
ones right
perceived
there.
missed opportunity, or missed opportunities.
Opportunities.
I mean,
'cause
it happens.
I've had some missed
It happens.
opportunities or whatnot, and you know, you can move forward from it. You don't have to really necessarily regret, like she said, you know, because you have to be aware there opportunity comes back. Because you miss one doesn't mean you're not going to have another one. That just means that just is one. Pay attention. Wake up. Be still.
But
and
you know
know.
what? But you know what? Our emotions are there for a reason. You know, they're not meant to drive us. They're meant to communicate something to us. And so what I feel like regret communicates to us is basically unresolved
Can be.
about anything, you know, from the past. And a lot of times I don't want to say a lot of times, but I know definitely some of the times that regret is tied to things that were really not even within our control. And then when you consider that people are not their behavior, you know, when we look at where our behavior comes from, you know, whatever our beliefs, values, you know, what our programming
Have been or
in
is,
essence,
or it is.
you know, that's what generates the behavior. And as we renew our minds, you can basically rewrite your own programming. That's why the
Exactly.
Bible says to renew your mind. That's something that we need to do constantly because we're always dealing with stuff.
Stuff. Extremely stuff. On a daily basis. And just how each and every one of us as an individual are able to like handle it. And there are ways there, you know, because a lot of people can't handle the situation. I'm aware of that. I've heard of stories that people have had like just regular situation, Lakeisha, and at the same time, mentally are not able to handle it. They are really becoming suicidal. Like,
and then some people go through some would consider some pretty heavy stuff. You know what I'm saying? That it's only natural that your emotions are gonna
it's gonna be
communicate to you very, very, very loudly.
It will communicate to you, all right.
But you can be free from that.
Yes, you can.
You can be free from that. You can let go, because guess what? The past no longer exists.
It does not exist. You're not your past.
Why should we continue to allow our past to exert so much control over us in the now?
Exactly.
If we're here now.
Because you have people that are still stuck in the past and bring the past to you as for this is who you used to be or who you are, which you're no longer. And those are identity, as they say, and as we learn that people put you in this identity box as for
right.
Well, you know what? This is, you remember when we used to be like this, and used to is the key word, because I'm no longer that way. I used to be that way, or because I was not in my knowing, now, since I am in my knowing now, I'm a different person. You know what I mean? Or, I've grown. Not necessarily have to be a different person, but you are a different person.
Right, because you've grown.
You have transformed. You're different. Terminology, everything has changed. The people you're around have changed. And you're seeing different things. You're seeing things clear. Your mind has been renewed. Everything is a light now. It's lightning. You just see things. It's clear. Clarity. It's a love it. That's right. Holla.
And
it's a great awareness. It is. It's a great awareness. I'm very thankful for that. For the now and the now and the knowing and the awakening of the now. So because of that, I'm able to reach out. People are coming out to me, asking me stuff, and I'm able to help them in situations because I've been there. So, and it feels very empowering to actually be able to do that. They come that you are able to help somebody, just through conversation.
Yes.
And they're going through something, and then they actually really appreciate it, and they acknowledge the fact oh my God, you have made me feel so, and I've had that this week. I can share my little story this week, and I'm working, and I'm not really too much of, I'm a phone person, but customer service phones is not really a thing back in the past.
Right.
And my awareness of the now and how, the mind works and how you can control a conversation, how you can, switch the programming of another person's mind without them even knowing. Message.
But only with the most positive
way, of course.
Intent.
Of course, definitely.
Yeah, so we don't want people to misconstrue.
And we had this person, they was trying to get a house or whatnot. How you trying to get a house, and you worry about your credit and all this, that, and the third.
Right.
This is on there and this, and I was like, you already got it. I was just like, oh, you already got it. It's already done. Or whatnot. It's and just because of what I said and how I said it,
her whole mood,
it completely changed. Oh my God! I said, yeah, it's already yours. It's yours. It's already in existence. Just be aware of it. Just keep it positive.
Speaking
just
positive,
know that it's already yours right now. Everything is already in divine order for you. And it just kind of oh, I got to meet you. Oh my God, you were so. Oh, you're an angel. I wish it was a survey about so I can just. Just because you have just
really lifted her,
and just and it became back to back. I was just doing that or whatnot. The conversation become long, and it just because of you doing that, and just the feeling of that.
Yes.
That the fact that you really didn't really do nothing, but you did do something at the same time.
Conversation.
It's very powerful. The fact that that you are used to use words or terminologies to reach someone and get them from a particular stage that they're in to make them feel better or uplift them is a very great thing.
It is.
So
always
to experience that this week, it was very good. And I thank them, and I basically thank them because that was awareness for me to let me know the path that I'm in is correctly the right path. I'm in the right angle, because sometimes there can be doubt, am I doing the right thing? when I am, and that feels great. So I wake up to have a purpose,
right?
To feel that it is a purpose for what you're doing, what you wake up to know that you have an impact of someone. They was like, they need to make one of you. There's not enough of you guys here. Oh my God, just the words are being said that, there's not enough people like you out there.
Amazing,
like, you know what I mean?
right?
Or whatnot. And it's like,
That's a good feeling.
yes, it is. So I was like,
It's a good feeling.
it's a great feeling. So,
Message.
message.
That's really cool
That
because I
was.
have
I
a
had
little
it.
praise report myself from work. 'Cause, oh man, I've been going through some like I've been shifting
Yes.
really in every area literally of my life. And on the work front, recently I've been faced with overwhelm. What else?
Doubt.
Just basically overwhelmed was like the main thing, and just feeling like how can I get caught up. Like I felt like I was so behind because I took a week off, but it was good because I see how everybody had to recalibrate. It wasn't just me trying to do every single little thing. In the past, I have been kind of a perfectionist.
Yeah, we all are. Can be.
And instead of kind of delegating or asking for help, I want to do everything myself. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to and everything's going to be perfect because I'm Miss Perfect. No, I'm not Miss Perfect. But I'll try to be. I have tried to be in the past. And so that's one of the things I learned about myself going through all of that. And then I also learned the process because there's some shifting that happened at work, and somebody got laid off, so I had to learn more and expand my knowledge base and understand the entire process instead of the little two spokes in the wheel. That was my job at first. Now I got the whole wheel, and so that's part of it that was overwhelming. Not to mention the backlog of work. But now in hindsight, after having worked through all of that, I see how me and my coworker were, because we didn't understand all of the ins and outs of the process, we were both doing double work.
Wow, working too hard.
We were both doing duplicate work. And so, but it took that to happen for us both to learn the entire process. And now we've devised a system that runs like a well-oiled machine, and there's no problems.
Amen to that.
But that week I was off, things did get backlogged. We're all caught up now. Things got backlogged, and so my praise report is one of the fleet managers called me. Yes, well, he sent me an email like, can you call me on this real quick? So I gave him a call. And so he was just giving me a heads up on some stuff, like, look out for this, look out for that. I was like, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. And he was like, well, while I have you on the phone, I just want you to know that we are so glad you're back. I was like, what? He was like, oh, yes, we missed you.
Wow.
We missed you while you were gone. I was like, wow, thank you for that. That really means a lot. That really means a lot.
How appreciated you are.
Yeah.
Because that makes a difference. It does when you're working for people or working for someone. You put in your all, you work your butt off or whatnot. You want to feel appreciated at the fact that you are someone in the company, that you value. You have value in the company. That's awesome.
Okay.
That's what that is.
Asset.
Value.
Right.
Asset. Yes, ma'am. That's what that is.
So then there were some other things going on too that are kind of working themselves out. But I realize now the reason those things are working themselves out is because I'm not all caught up in a frenzy anymore. Like, I've gotten untangled from all that. Like, I had to take some time to be still. I really had to take some time for myself and really be still and know. And then I had to be real with myself.
Of course, put your foot down, have boundaries now.
And you know what I had to recognize? I'm gonna be real transparent here. What I recognized, what I learned about myself. I told you what I learned from the job. But what I learned personally about myself is that I could manage my time a lot better. Number one. That might not be number one. That might be number two. Number one is, this also has to do with time management, but I really have to prioritize me and taking care of me, making sure that I have time to think, meditate, pray, or clear my mind, whatever. In whatever way that I need to do that particular day, I need to make that the number one priority, because I realize now that when I don't do that, because that sets a precedent for the rest of my day, but it also gives my unconscious mind a focus for the day, so that stuff gets done.
Can you balance? To balance out your day.
Almost without me thinking about it, because we don't realize, I don't think most of us don't realize the resource that we have in our unconscious mind. Because when you set your intention, in whatever way you do that, when you set your intention, your unconscious mind does exactly what it's set to do.
Exactly.
And it's so amazing.
Reprogram yourself and reprogram your mind.
Oh my God, it's so amazing. Like, I kid you not, so
happen.
many doors have opened for me since I shifted. Since I shifted.
That's exactly what's happened.
Change your mind, change your life.
Change everything.
What does the Bible say? Renew your mind. Think on these things. What are we thinking about? What are we focused on? And you know what? Regret is all based in the past.
Let it go.
Regret is all based in the past. But why are we feeling? Why do we have so much negative feeling sometimes connected to something that's gone? And not speaking of people, but even in those terms, even that too, because if you're here now,
you don't need to worry about the past.
Appreciating what you have in the now, rather than the past, which no longer exists
at all, at all,
which no longer exists,
and see the doors that open for you in the now.
So the mantra, the mantra on one of my oracle cards, which is the card that I chose for today, which is how we won't get into all of that. But anyway, the mantra on the card is, I know that I cannot change the past.
That's right. So let it go.
And so we're going to do a little short...
we did it just
I know we just did look, jinx, what the kids say, jinx. We're gonna do a little short hypnosis, okay, at the end of the show, which we're coming up on now. And so if you are driving or operating any heavy machinery, please do not follow along with
Please
this.
Turn the station. Please turn.
And so I want to give a couple of disclaimers. So first of all, please know, because I know a lot of people are familiar with like stage hypnosis and the show This ain't that.
This ain't that at all. This is
because for one, all hypnosis is self-hypnosis, because if I tell you to do something, you're in complete control
to do it
or not do it.
Exactly.
So really all hypnosis is following directions. So if you can follow directions,
then you're okay.
You can be hypnotized. And it doesn't mean that it does mean that you're in a trance, but most people don't understand what trance is.
No, they don't.
Guess what trance is? All trance is hyper focus.
That's all.
So nobody's controlling you. You're in complete control of yourself.
Always.
all hypnosis is self-hypnosis because it requires you to participate.
That's all.
So it's not a do to, it's a do with process. So I just wanted to put that out there before we go any further.
Yes. Let us be clear.
Let us be clear.
That's all.
But if you are someone who has or is dealing with any sort of
Regrets
from your past
or now.
attached to any, significant event in the past or anything to do with the past,
That you want to get rid of.
we'd like you to, if you're willing and ready, we'd like to help you to like release that right now.
With your permission to ask the unconscious mind if it's okay for us to release this from the past.
All right. So if this is you and you would like to go through this process, I would ask your unconscious mind if it's okay to make this change while your conscious mind is aware. And if so, go ahead and relax.
Relax. If you want, you can close your eyes. But just relax and have some deep breaths.
So let's take a deep breath in.
Yes.
And when you're ready, blow it out. Let's do a couple more. Deep breath in. And blow it out. One more. Deep breath in. And if there are any negative emotions of regret tied to anything in your past that you would like to go ahead and release, go ahead and release all of the negative emotion. Only as fast as you can glean and retain all of the lessons, all of the learnings, which bring to your awareness all of the resources you have in order to move forward now with ease.
Across all time, dimension, space, and reality.
That's right. All right. Teresa, you smell popcorn?
Smell popcorn, girl?
Oh, nah.
That's right.
That's it. That's all. So if those of you who did go through that process with us, and yeah, that was fast and quick and easy.
It was just a little sample, basically. That's all we were just giving out. And if you guys receive that and you guys like that, next time we're on the show, give us a call, give us a holler back, and just let us know. Or now, let us know how you feel.
Leave us comments, leave us messages.
Call us.
And we have a few minutes. You can call us now
as well. 470 412-0917 is the number. So you guys are welcome to give us a call. Let us know what you think, your advice, or if you felt like you had a release off of there, or if you need any release, because that's just a sample. Like we said, there's other releases that could be done. There's anger. There's we already did is guilt. There is sadness. There's hurt. I mean, there's so many.
I mean, you name it.
You name it.
But so please leave us comments, messages, give us a call. If not today, because we are about to go off in a few minutes.
Yeah, we didn't
but
know
if
it
not
went
today,
so fast today.
give us a call. Like in
2 more weeks.
Saturday after next.
Saturday after
Yeah,
next.
we'll be back Saturday after next.
We are here on the 2nd and the 4th Saturday.
But Teresa, pick some poetry for me, please.
Yes. I would love to.
I'm doing it differently with the poetry now so that I don't consciously or unconsciously censor myself. I want me and my co-host to flow together, so I just handed my poems over to her and let her choose the poem.
You know what? I think get it, because the fact of it makes sense.
Okay.
From the fountain overflowing and be still and know, you got to get it.
Oh,
you have to get the message. This is a message that's being said to us, and basically get it.
Okay.
That's all we're trying to do.
This is one of my favorites.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
They all are. They're my
Yes.
babies.
That's right. That's right.
So, hey, y'all, this is called Get It. Like, get it?
Get it.
Get it?
You know, be
All
still
right.
and know. Get it. Fountain overflowing. Get it.
So, I think, I don't know, I might put this one to a beat one day.
Ooh.
I'm working on an album in my mind.
That'd be
Like,
nice.
Eventually I'll come into the physical
It
world and
will
start
be
working on
here,
that.
and it is.
But
Yes. Into
but this is
existence.
called Get It.
Get it.
With all thy gettings, get an understanding, because the more you know, the more neural connections are expanding, giving you the ears to hear and the eyes to see the necessary connections to open up the pathways for you to receive, or rather for you to overstand, compute, and comprehend the
What?
incomprehensible. Amen.
Amen.
I'm gonna read that again. That was
Yes.
kind of fast.
That was fast, please.
That was kind of fast.
To the point.
Get it.
Get it.
With all thy gettings,
Yes.
get an understanding.
Stand.
Because the more you know, the more neural connections are expanding,
Abandon.
giving you the ears to hear,
Here.
the eyes to see,
See.
and the necessary connections
Connections.
to open up the pathways for you to receive,
Receive.
or rather for you to under or overstand, compute and comprehend the incomprehensible. Amen.
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 Amen. That's right. Get it.
Take one more for me, too.
Get it.
Take
Did you
one more
get it,
for
y'all?
me. Get it.
Because I got it. I got it. Just want you guys to get it. That's all.
And we'll do one more, and then we're gonna say peace out.
Oh, my goodness.
Which one is that?
It says, wake up, my love. Oh. It's because we love you guys and we want you guys to wake up.
Oh, all
You
right. See,
know, wake up. I mean, these is
y'all hear my co-host?
conscious mind is bringing it out there. The spirit is moving, and I'm choosing
Oh.
just exactly what the spirit is letting me
Oh,
do. And
okay.
Yes, wake up, my love.
All right. And this one is called "Wake Up, My Love."
Wake up.
Kim, can we have a little bit of music? Kind of low.
Yes, thank you so much. That's right.
Wake up, my love.
Wake up, my loves. As for us to wake up from the inside, and you know what? Not even just wake up, my love, because we are in the awakening in the now. So we've been awoke. So that right there just says it all as for the transformation, the transition that we have already transpired, and we're in the now.
And the now, we're all
have
going
already-
through it.
We're waking up.
We're all waking up.
All of us are waking up because the
Good
things
morning.
are happening.
Grand
There are
rising.
things- Grand rising.
Grand rising.
Beginnings. New beginnings. We are becoming into the new moon.
Yes.
The moon is in Aries. It's transforming to Taurus.
Watch out.
Yes. There's been some great awakening that has happened and has transpired, and there's more to come, you guys.
Much more.
So you guys really, really, really have to wake up and be aware
So we want to make sure you're staying in a positive,
in a positive,
high
especially
vibration.
today.
Guard your ears.
Especially today.
Guard your eyes. Guard your heart.
Mind, keep it positive.
And your mind.
Because what happens today in your mind repeats itself in the future.
Ooh.
That is a fact as of for today.
All right now.
That is a fact.
Watch out.
That's very true.
So we're going to end the show with this poem. It's called Wake Up, My Love.
Wake up, my loves.
Wake up, my love. It is that time to behold the benefits from our grind. Time to declare and demonstrate our future disposition, otherwise known as setting the intention. Success does not trip and rise. Diamonds do not rain down from the skies. But blessings, oh blessings, can come in disguise. Yes. Believe in the suddenly,
Yes.
but also know that within there is divinity.
Divinity.
Wake up, my love.
Wake up.
Wake up.
That's right. Wake up.
Wake up, my love.
Wake up.
Wake up.
That's right. Wake up.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys. Until next time.
Until next time, be blessed.
Be blessed. Keep that vibration high and positive. That's right.
And if you like this track that just played, holla at your girl.
Yes. Yes, that's right. And that was awesome. Dope.